Hey guys, welcome back to the Pride of London. Today is going to be the last video I do on Chelsea until after the international break. What I wanted to do is just talk about the squad, like who I'd keep or who I'd sell at the moment. I know you probably do this at the end of the season, but I just wanted to do it now. So let's get into it. So let's start with the keepers. Let's start with Robert Sanchez, shall we? I think you all know my opinion on him. However, I don't think he's good enough. You've seen what he's been like the past 2 seasons. I still don't know how he gets in the squad, to be honest. I don't know what Maresca sees him in, but yeah. What is it now? I think he's what's the stat? I think he's made 8 mistakes or something like that leading to goals, which is like the worst in like the Prem, I think, something like that. But yeah, no, I definitely sell him straight away. Next is Jorgensen. I feel like he'd be a good second choice keeper. I do feel like we need to go out in the summer and buy like a more, experienced keeper. But again, I think the owners will go out and buy another youngster. But we will see about that. Now let's move on to the defenders. So let's talk about Reece James. I know obviously he's been injured quite a lot the past couple of seasons, but I still think he's very, very important to the team. Considering his experience as well, winning the Champions League, stuff like that. I just feel like selling him would be a very, very poor decision. So I'd keep him and hopefully he can go on a run of games where he's not injured. So yeah. Next up, Wesley Fofana, again, another player that's been injured quite a lot. I do feel like there's a quality player there. It's just, one of those things where can he go on a run of games where he's not going to be injured again? So, I'd say just keep him still. Next up, Badiashile. I think you all know how I feel about Badiashile. I just think just sell him. He's not been good at all this season. And I think last season as well. Yeah, I don't. That's a no from me. Next up, Levi Colwill. I think he's been a mixed bag this season. He's had some good performances, some bad performances, but I think overall, there's still potential there for him to become even better. So yeah, I definitely keep him. Marc Cucurella. I think he's been phenomenal this season. I don't think he's really put a foot wrong. He's also helped us out in a couple of games where we needed him. So, and he's also a World Cup winner. So definitely keep him in the squad. Tosin, I don't really know. I'd say he's probably a good second choice centre back. I'd say keep him. And obviously, Chalobah, who was recalled from Crystal Palace, I'll be really honest. I don't think he is good enough. I've seen him for the past 2-3 seasons. I just don't think he's up to par. He's got a mistake in him. I know he can have a good game here and there, but we need a consistent performer. So yeah, I don't think we should keep him. I think we should sell him. Moving on to midfielders. Let's talk about Enzo Fernandez, shall we? I know you had the bit of controversy at the start of the season. With him doing like the racist charts and stuff, and I don't feel like it was a good decision to make him captain. I don't think that sets a good example. As a player, I think he's been, good this season. We saw a glimpse of him last season, but yeah, I'd say we'd keep him. Now moving on to Moses Caicedo. I feel like he's been one of our best players this season. Obviously, it's a no-brainer for me. Definitely keep. Drewsby Hall. I think he's a player that, people were like, why has Maresca brought him here? To be fair, I think he's been below average this season. Obviously, he got the goal the other night against Copenhagen, but personally, I would just get rid of him. I don't really see where he improves us in any way, to be honest. Next up, Cole Palmer. I think that's a no-brainer. I don't really need to say anything about that, do I? Keep. Definitely keep. Next up, Lavia. Again, he's one of those players where can he stay fit for a full season? I think he's a terrific player when he plays, honestly. So yeah, I'd say definitely keep him. So let's move on to the forwards. Christopher Nkunku. I don't feel like we've seen the best of him this season. Obviously, I know he's got lots of goals in the Conference League, but does that really count? Not really. Obviously, Maresca's been playing him up front, and I don't think that's his natural position. So, It's hard. It's a hard decision because I know he's a good player, but you know what? I'm gonna say keep. Let's keep him. Pedro Neto. I feel like he had a good start to the season, and I think he's just been average ever since then. And I don't know whether I would keep him or not. To be honest, I don't feel like he's been good enough. So no, I wouldn't keep him. Jadon Sancho, again, he had a good start when he came, but again, just too scared to take on players. Can hardly beat his man, and I don't want my wingers to constantly pass back all the time. So yeah, I personally would send him back into United, to be honest. So yeah, next up, Nicholas Jackson. Again, he's one of those players that are hit and miss. He would have a good couple of games, he'll score, and then he'll just be atrocious for the next, 10, 15 games after that. So, I think he would be a good second striker. However, I do feel like we need to actually buy someone like, Gyökeres or Osimhen in the summer. But I doubt the board will entertain that after whatever. Probably end up signing another fucking 18-year-old, something like that. Something stupid. But yeah, let's move on to the loan players. So you have Kepa, who's on loan at Bournemouth at the moment. Sell him. I have no interest in him whatsoever. Raheem Sterling, again, sell him. No interest. Obviously, Broja at Everton, again, no interest whatsoever, so get rid of him. Leslie Ugwochukwu, I hope I pronounced that right. Who's at Southampton at the moment. I don't really know, to be honest. I think we've got too many midfielders as it is. I'd say no. And then you got Santos at Strasbourg. He's been really good for them at the moment. So, what? I'd say yeah, go on and keep him. Get him back off loan. And I forgot about Petrovic, actually. He's at Strasbourg as well. I don't understand why we didn't keep him. He was such a good keeper last season, honestly. Yeah, bring him back. And I think that is it in terms of the squad. I know we just brought in another 17-year-old from Sporting, who I actually watched the other night, who was pretty good. But again, I'm not going to get hyped up because obviously, the Premier League's a different ball game altogether. much faster, much tougher league. So yeah, let's wait and see before we judge, of course. But yeah, so yeah, that's who I've. So that's who I would keep or sell. Let me know what you think. Let me know what players you would keep and sell. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe, and I will see you on the next one.